Well, folks, another day, another hack. I don't want to do another one of these videos, but it's a daily, constant reminder that if you invest in blockchain, in DeFi, you are at risk of getting either rug pulled or getting exploited. So no matter what, make sure it's money that you can afford to lose. So today's candidate for exploitation is Grim Finance. Grim Finance is a fork of Defi Finance on the Fantom network. So for those of you who are not familiar, Grim Finance works exactly like Defi. So what they do is you deposit your LP tokens. So you create a liquidity pair, you deposit into the platform, and what the platform will do for you is that it will automatically take your rewards and reinvest it back into the platform to automatically increase your LP positions so you can compound your return even faster and all automatic. So this is the thing that made Defi very, very popular. So Grim Finance they forked the code and they put it on Fantom. But what's interesting is that they added their own spin on it. So there are some extra logic that they add to this to make it their own. So if you do have Defi, don't worry, because the Defi, as far as I know, is still safe. But the exploit occurred is the new code that they added to Grim. So if you do have money right now in Grim, I highly recommend you go there and take your money out before further attacks can be done on the network. If you can look at the actual TVL, it has a tremendous drop today, and it's down about from 96 million all the way down to 51 million. So almost half in a day due to this drop, this exploit. So as you can see, it's down so much right now. So if you do have money from there, make sure you can get it out as soon as possible. The official team has not tweeted or anything about this hack, but I think in their Discord, they are talking about this, and hopefully they can figure out a way to get that money back and repay the users. But as far as I know, there's about 90 or 30 million dollars were stolen from Grim Finance. I feel bad for you if you are in it, so hopefully you guys are okay. But let's go into this hack a little bit. So rockduck.io has a good explanation of what that is. So I don't expect you guys to know this contract or how this logic work, but apparently this is a pretty basic logic flaw that the devs implemented to enable this type of attack. So this type of attack is called a before-after pattern. So I think I'll explain this in a easy to understand language for you. So this is, again, a disclaimer. This is my understanding of what this hack is. I could still be wrong. So keep an eye out on Twitter to get real information about what is actually happening. But this is my take on the bug. So basically, you got one attacker doing two deposits into Grim. The first deposit, they put a small gas on it to make it process really, really slow. And then on the second deposit, they put a lot of gas on it to make sure it finishes first. So the first deposit is 500 tokens, and the second deposit is 1,000 tokens, right? So the second deposit will finish first. Now the bank sees that you have 1,000 in your account. Now, while deposit A is still processing, it sees that you already have the 1,000 from the second deposit, right? It says, okay, now I see that your balance is at 1,500. Because of this 1,000 here, we're gonna add 500 to your existing balance of 1,500. So now you actually, so the second is a bit confusing, I know, but okay, deposit A sees the bank sum of 1,000 because the second one finished first. And then it adds the 500 to the bank sum, which is 1,500 total. So now it thinks that the sum that it should add to your account your account is currently at 1,500 already. So it will add to think the sum should be 1,500 to add to the existing 1,000. So it thinks that your current balance is already 1,000, right, from the second deposit. So now it should add 1,500, even though the A was never finished. There was no, when you first deposited A, your bank balance was 0. It's not 1,000. So it thinks that you're adding 1,500 to the existing 1,000 from the second transaction. So in total, the protocol will give you $2,500 even though you only deposited 1,500. So they bank $1,000. So that's one example of how the hack happened. And I think it's very confusing. I'm still getting a bit confused, but I think that's happening. But we're talking in the Discord. If you guys want to check it out about this, if you guys know more about how this logic works, please feel free to come in and talk to us. So this is like very interesting, is that a lot of these contracts and platforms claim that they were audited by reputable platform and all that. But if you look at, like this person pointed out, if you look at their audits for Grim, they actually mentioned that re-entrancy guard is used in relevant location to prevent re-entrancy. So they actually claim that they have guards in place to prevent attacks like this. But what's funny is it's not. So they actually got exploited by the exact hack that they claim they are, immune to. So yeah. So whenever you fork a major project, so if you fork a major project like Defi, they added an extra function. So this function needs to be audited. And here's the thing, not every audit will find all the exploits. And auditing costs a lot of money to do. So a lot of times you have to be really careful that when you invest into a platform, make sure they are audited and they've been around for a long time. That's why all of these new sketchy forks and stuff, that when they add their own functionality, that's when I'm wary of what they're doing. So Defi is fine because Defi's been around for so long and they have been audited for a long time. So Defi is fine if your funds are safe. But if you are in Grim, because of the fact that they added their own their own code, that code is not safe, and that's what happened today. So they got exploited, and it's for a lot of money. This right now is about 30 million stolen, and we haven't really got the official word for it yet. So I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys, like, if you have funds in it and you lost your funds, make this a lesson. And I don't think it's easy gonna get that money back. So I feel for you. So please, if you already have money in there, if you know people who have money in Grim, take it out immediately because you are at risk of losing all of that. All right, this is a quick update. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please come to this Discord. We'll talk. Come to Twitter. As I find out more information, I'll tweet about it to give you guys more updates. Thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you guys next time.